judge leaned forward. The courtroom in The Hague was completely still. The court usher read charges aloud: crimes against humanity and war crimes. In the dock sat the alleged leader of the Janjaweed militia, Muhammad Ali Abd-Al-Rahman, also known as Ali Kushayb. He is accused of 31 counts of war crimes, crimes against humanity, allegedly committed in Darfur, Sudan. Abd-Al-Rahman didn't flinch. I remember thinking, this isn't just about law, this is history unfolding, person by person, charge by charge. I met one of the victims, Hassan Hassan, in Ottawa at the One Young World Summit, years before the trial began. With tears in his eyes, he asked me, and I still carry this question with me, why does the world allow atrocities like this to happen? In 2016, I began my journey representing victims of the Rome Statute crimes before the International Criminal Court. I first worked as assistant to counsel to Amal Clooney and later to Natalie Von Wistinghausen, lead counsel to the common legal representative of victims in the Abd-Al-Rahman case. It's a trial that continues to shape how we think about justice, responsibility, and what it means to hold perpetrators to account. Welcome to the Crimes Against the World, where I pull back the curtain of real-life international criminal trials, explain the law behind the headlines, and show you how justice works when it works. My name is Constantinide. I'm an international human rights lawyer, and this is the first episode, and we're going to start at the very beginning. So what exactly is international criminal law? Years ago, I walked into the International Criminal Court as a junior lawyer. I didn't fully grasp at the time, but that building, quite clinical, almost cold, was the front line of something much bigger, the global effort to deliver justice when the stakes are humanity itself. A few years later, Ali Kushayb was arrested. It was a moment that would shift the course of my career in many ways. He was a man accused of ordering mass executions, systematic rape, torture, and the forced displacement of thousands of Darfuri. 31 counts and war crimes, crimes against humanity. For years he was a wanted man, evading arrest. When he finally surrendered in 2020 and was transferred to The Hague, the abstract principles of justice became something else, real, urgent, and deeply human. Because on trial, it wasn't just Abd-Al-Rahman. On trial was a system trying to hold accountable, a system that asks, can the world come together and prosecute the worst crimes imaginable? And can we do that fairly, credibly, and without fear or favour? I had the privilege, but also the responsibility of working on the case, first alongside with Amal Clooney and later with Natalie Von Wistinghausen, who led the common legal representatives of victims. These were ordinary people, farmers, teachers, mothers, whose life been torn apart by the extraordinary violence they've encountered in their lifetime. Many had waited over 15 years, absolutely anyone, to acknowledge that what happened to them, it's real, and that was going to take place in the courtroom. I remember in particular one person, Hassan Hassan, who I met in Ottawa. He didn't speak about the legal process, the legal principle, about the jurisdiction. He simply asked with tears in his eyes, why does the world allow atrocities like this to happen? And that question never left me, because it captures the moral heart of international criminal law. It's not just about the statutes and proceedings, it's about people, real people who lost everything and still stand there demanding for answers and asking the world to care. And that's why the courtroom matters. Not just for justice in the moment, but for history, for building a collective literature. As long as atrocities are taking place, the world is watching, the record exists, the truth will not disappear. It's easy to become cynical, especially in a field where trials take decades and convictions are rare. But that moment, to speak the truth, is to become part of the record that refuses the silence. It doesn't erase the past, it doesn't undo the pain, but it tells the world this happened and someone is being held accountable. And that's what I do, this work. International criminal law isn't about theories, it's about people. It's messy, it's slow, and it's powerful when it works. What you don't see in the courtroom drama, the crisp charges, the poised prosecutors, the quiet tension, is everything behind it. The hundreds of hours spending drafting legal arguments, cross-checking facts across scattered reports, navigating international law that is still evolving. The long nights working through conflicting translations, political pressure, sudden procedural shifts. The challenge of holding together a case built on years of chaos and collapse, and the responsibility of making it stand up in court. It's slow, heavy, and often invisible. But it's where justice begins. I felt that weight and I carried it with me. That's why I do this work and why I want to bring you inside it. If you are thinking, could I do this work someday? And the answer is yes. It's a long road. But in my book of How to Become an International Criminal Lawyer, I explain how to take the first real step. Pick a topic, genocide, war crimes, crimes against humanity, and study deeply. Join the medical competitions, volunteer with NGO, follow cases. You don't need to be in The Hague to start building a career in international law. Next week, we're going to dive into the big 4 crimes of international law. And I will take you into the courtroom where Rwandan mayor was tried for genocide decades after the fact. It's not what you expect. And if you liked this episode, follow me and check out my book of How to Become an International Criminal Lawyer. Thanks for listening to Crimes Against the World, where justice goes global.